On the 30th of January 2025, a remarkable event was held in Toronto to honor the legacy of the first president of Uzbekistan, Islam Karimov. The event was organized by Nadira Yuldasheva, Director of Uzbek Community Canada, and Tony Ruprecht, former Minister of Multiculturalism and Citizenship. In their speeches, they emphasized the importance of preserving historical memory and cultural heritage, as well as Islam Karimov's contributions to the development of Uzbekistan and strengthening its international relations.
Dr. Nadira, we're doing this somewhat together in terms of bringing honor and some respect to the former President Karimov. And the reason why we're doing this essentially is to ensure that people know his history and the history of Uzbekistan, because many Canadians have no idea the history or their culture or the language or the wonderful area that Dr. Nadira and I were able to visit actually. So from the Canadian point of view, we want to ensure that people know the great man that he was, because what he did really, which is very important to know from a Canadian point of view, is he was not only the first president of Uzbekistan, but he was basically the founder of a new nation to take it away and become independent. So just think of the importance of that, to creating a new nation. And that was very, very significant. He did the foundation, as we all know, about the economic system. He did the foundation to create this culture of newness that we find in Uzbekistan. And the very foundation that was laid by this man, Karimov, is so important for us in Canada because the next president, Mirziyoyev, I hope I pronounce this correctly, but Mirziyoyev was also a follower of Karimov. And so what we have is a continuous history of economic growth, strength, and the respect that he had and that the United Nations had for the country called Uzbekistan is very important. And that's the reason why we're here today, because there is a country. There is a country, not only that, but there is a peaceful country. And so one of the most important things that he has done, Karimov has done, is to create a peace in that area. Because when he took over after the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, there were three countries right next to Uzbekistan who were at war. They were fighting each other. So thanks to this former president, he created the establishment of peace in the area, and that is one of his greatest accomplishments. And we in Canada would recommend very much that we need people like this in the Central Asian countries to try to ensure that this peace is being maintained and that it continues. And that's part of the reason why I, as a Canadian, or I should say, as a former Canadian, as a former minister, want to pay our respect with Dr. Nadira, who came to me with the idea of maintaining and creating an atmosphere that will cause the respect to be maintained in Canada and for the community.
The event brought together members of Uzbek diaspora, public figures and friends of Uzbekistan to honor the memory of the leader who played a key role in the formation of the independent state. Guests shared memories of milestones in the country's history and personal connections with Islam Karimov. The event served not only as a tribute to a great leader, but also as a reminder of the importance of unity and the pursuit of prosperity for every nation.